Good afternoon, Cardinals, and welcome to UIWtv, your source for all the latest news. I'm Olivia Amarudis.
And I'm Ruben Gonzalez. This week, the Pre-Pharmacy Association hosted an event in the AT&T Circle to have students sign up to be prospective bone marrow donors. Stephanie Sines attended the event to get students' perspective on committing to the great cause.
Incarnate Word's Pre-Pharmacy Association held its 4th annual bone marrow drive this past Thursday, February 18th. The drive opened to their biggest year in memoriam of Detective Tony Barraza, who passed away after his battle with leukemia.
Every year, the Pre-Pharmacy Association hosts us here on campus in honor of Officer Tony Barraza, who unfortunately lost his battle to leukemia. He never did find a matching marrow donor in time. So Tony's legacy is living on here at UIW every year, and the officers came out to support their friend's mission that still lives on.
A few of Detective Barraza's brothers in blue also made it out to the event as a show of support for their former friend and colleague.
Tony was a very physically fit police officer. He was very good about what he ate and just physical fitness. And one day he had tooth pain and went to the dentist, and they did some blood work on him and found out he was stage 4 leukemia. And it was very sad to see, the bone marrow donor registry, how not enough people come out and register.
Derek Estrada, president of the Pre-Pharmacy Association, asks any and all students to come and support those in need of marrow.
So we've had several people come out. They do donate marrow, and we've saved a couple lives out here. So this is really what we're shooting for. So most people, whenever we ask them, they're like, "Oh, I can't donate because I'm anemic," or "I can't donate blood." These are completely different circumstances. Just because you can't donate blood doesn't mean you can't donate bone marrow.
This has been Stephanie Sines reporting for UIWtv.
Thanks, Stephanie. That event was a great way for the UIW community to come together. UIW was honored to have Paula Gold-Williams, a member of the UIW Board of Trustees and interim president and CEO of CPS Energy, give a lecture in the library auditorium on February 17th. At the event, she gave us a real perspective of her journey to overcome prejudice and adversity. She also shared with me her keys to success and plans to help the UIW community grow.
In the library auditorium, Paula Gold-Williams, the CEO of CPS Energy, came to tell students, faculty, and staff her keys to success.
She talked about her goals to help students here at UIW attain postgraduate success.
It is about helping students, and so we're already doing internship programs, and we look to continue to do a lot of that. We also want to fully support the advancement of the engineering school, and then we want to help and mentor and make our professionals available to all the students on campus.
Students told us what advice they took away with them from today's lecture.
It was very important for me to hear that, in her perspective, even though she's not an engineering major, she recommends everyone to just learn people skills, to get certifications, to take classes on how to manage people. And that is just something that stuck to me, and I'm definitely going to pursue in my career.
When she spoke about perseverance and kind of pushing through and working as hard as you can, and her work ethic, I thought that was very interesting, and I think that is what I took out from this talk the most.
As an intern, it makes me learn a lot on what I should be focusing on. I think it's a really good company. I liked CPS Energy, and now that I had a chance to meet the CEO, I think it's even better than what I thought. And to me, it's a company I want to be working for in the future.
Many thanks to Paula Gold-Williams for inspiring students today to overcome prejudice in order to attain success. I'm Olivia Amarudis reporting for UIWtv News.
Paula Gold-Williams was definitely an inspiration to students and faculty here at UIW, wasn't she?
She definitely was.
Oh, yeah. But in other news around the world, Tropical Storm Cyclone Winston swept through Fiji over the weekend. The death toll from the tropical cyclone has climbed to 28 people. Winston's 184-mile-per-hour wind smashed the previous record for a southern hemisphere cyclone. The storm left widespread damage. A state of emergency is in effect for 30 days as a major cleanup operation gets underway.
A small plane made a crash landing on a street in Los Angeles' San Fernando Valley. The plane came down just outside Whiteman Airport, plowing into several parked cars and ripping off one of the plane's wings. No word just yet as to what forced the pilot to make a sudden landing. The pilot managed to walk away without any injuries, and no one on the ground was hurt either.
A 16-year-old boy is in custody after police say he sent a threatening message to a high school on social media. The threat led to the closure of Watertown High School in Wisconsin on Monday. Police say that the suspect was involved on a conversation on Snapchat when he allegedly referred to a possible act of school violence. What the message actually said has not been released.
The Center for Disease Control issued a report on February 18th that raised its estimate of the cancer risk from formaldehyde in some laminate flooring. The CDC says it could result in between 6 and 30 cancer cases per 100,000 people exposed to the flooring compared to the previously estimated 2 to 9 cases.
The American chocolate maker Mars announced a recall in 55 countries. The recall includes millions of Mars, Snickers, and Milky Way chocolate bars produced in the Netherlands. The company says that Mars, Snickers, and Milky Way bars with the best before dates between June and October 2016 should not be eaten.
That's all we have for you today. Be sure to stay tuned in for entertainment.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A covenant that split the skies over Berlin. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A promise was made. A solemn oath that liberated Seoul. A sacred trust that defended Quezon. A pact that dug in Da Nang. A contract that weathered Tet. A promise was made. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. A bond that patrolled door to door in Fallujah. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. A promise we all must keep. DAV fights for all veterans and their families so they get the health care, financial benefits, and support they earned. If you're a veteran who needs help or you'd like to help us keep the promise, visit DAV.org.
Hello, welcome to Word Up, where we showcase the who's who of UIW. I'm Trey Colbert. We've had some fun events in the city lately. One Drop Reggae Shop and Juice Bar celebrated Bob Marley's birthday with an evening of live music, spoken word, drumming, food, drinks, and a film screening. We go to Jason Feely with more on the story.
I'm Jason Finley reporting for UIWtv, and I'm at the One Drop Reggae Shop and Juice Bar, who is hosting the Bob Marley Earth Day celebration. Let's take a look inside. During the event, the local snack food company Munch On provided healthy bites to eat.
Our biggest sellers at this point are our stuffed dates. We take dates and stuff them with Brazil nuts.
Local artists showcased their talents. Vendors sold essential oils. Friends and family enjoyed the good vibes and relaxing atmosphere. And live poetry readings brought the audience to their feet and drew tremendous applause as poets vocally expressed their artistic talents.
It was going to be me and you against the world, and if the Joker had a problem with you, then he had a problem with us. And even if we had the struggle, I was going to give you the big piece of chicken.
Everyone sit back and they're weeping and they're waiting and watching as while he speaks and he laughs. You see, racism is alive. His blood is thick and his heart beats steady, and it's crazy.
Reporting for UIWtv, I'm Jason Finley.
Looks like you had a pretty good time, Jason. San Antonio was jam-packed with so many activities for people to get into. If reggae, music, and slam poetry aren't your thing, there were some more pretty fun events going on around campus, like the Asian New Year. Jason has more on the story.
Finley reporting for UIWtv. We're here in the Rosenberg Sky Room to ring in the Asian New Year. There will be food, live performances, and plenty of events and booths for spectators to enjoy. I spoke with Misty Chen, the event coordinator and the director of the Institute of World Cultures, and we talked about what she wanted people to get out of the growing UIW event.
A short way to say what is the takeaway, I guess first of all, I think there's two ways. One is to make sure all the international students, when they come from their home country, they are here, they don't get always homesick. We bring them together. We still do the celebrate as we normally would do at home. Only here we involve them more by actually preparing. Over there, you will just joining the show and everything. Here we do the show, we run the show.
As the festivities drew to a close, spectators enjoyed wonderful food and some awesome performances to ring in the Asian New Year. Reporting for UIWtv, I'm Jason Finley.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. Can't believe another year is just flying by. Don't worry though, Cardinals. There's so much more in store next week as our students work day in and day out in the 2016 Student Media Gala. Our very own Paula Hernandez was in the entertainment committee, and because of that, we got to get a sneak peek of what's to come at the gala. This theme this year is Bollywood. Check out the amazing dancers getting ready for the big day. Y'all see those moves? Man, them boys was nice. Sounds like the gala's gonna be a lot of fun. See you guys in 2 weeks for more of the who's who of UIW. I'm Trey Colbert. See you later.
Hola Cardenales, soy Marco Cadena y hoy les traigo las noticias de UIWtv en español. El candidato republicano a la presidencia, Jeb Bush, abandonó su campaña presidencial tras obtener el cuarto lugar en las primarias de Carolina del Sur el pasado sábado 20 de febrero. A pesar de que el ex gobernador de Florida hizo campaña junto a su madre, la ex primera dama Barbara Bush, y su hermano, el expresidente George W. Bush, esto no fue suficiente para alcanzar un alto puesto en las votaciones. La noche del sábado, Jeb Bush se despidió con estas palabras. La gente de Iowa, New Hampshire y Carolina del Sur ha hablado y respeto mucho su decisión, por lo que esta noche suspendo mi campaña. Gracias. Bush comenzó su campaña por la Casa Blanca como el favorito para la candidatura republicana. Sin embargo, su imagen nunca pudo recuperarse de los constantes insultos de Donald Trump, quien ha obtenido el primer puesto en las primarias de New Hampshire, Carolina del Sur y Nevada. Lejos de Trump, Marco Rubio y Ted Cruz se encuentran en una lucha constante por el segundo lugar. Para los demócratas, las siguientes primarias se llevarán a cabo en Carolina del Sur este sábado 27 de febrero y el próximo martes, más de 10 estados al sur del país llevarán a cabo sus primarias en el evento conocido como Super Tuesday, incluyendo a Texas. El presidente de los Estados Unidos, Barack Obama, dio a conocer algunos de sus planes para cerrar la prisión en la bahía de Guantánamo, en Cuba, durante una rueda de prensa el pasado martes 23 de febrero. La Casa Blanca presentó ante el Congreso la estrategia para cerrar el penal y se espera que pueda superar la resistencia de los republicanos. Dicho plan sugiere 13 lugares potenciales en Estados Unidos para transferir a los prisioneros, entre los cuales se encuentran Charleston y Florence, entre otras prisiones militares y federales. Este plan refleja el difícil trabajo de todo mi equipo de seguridad nacional, dijo Obama. El plan le ahorrará al gobierno de los Estados Unidos entre 65 y 85 millones de dólares al año en comparación al costo de mantenimiento de presos en Guantánamo. El costo total de la transferencia de los reos se encuentra entre 290 y 475 millones de dólares. De acuerdo a Obama, se espera transferir a los prisioneros a otros países y aquellos que sean considerados como muy peligrosos serán llevados a prisiones en los Estados Unidos. Obama dice que esta prisión, que alberga sospechosos de pertenecer a grupos terroristas, se ha vuelto muy costosa. Durante su mandato, el número de reos disminuyó a 91. Sin embargo, se espera que los legisladores de ambos partidos se opongan al plan de transferir a los detenidos de Guantánamo a Estados Unidos. Un joven de 16 años murió el pasado martes tras haber resultado herido durante un accidente en helicóptero en Pearl Harbor. El joven era una de las 5 personas a bordo del helicóptero, el cual se desplomó sobre el mar el pasado jueves en Honolulu, Hawái. 4 de los tripulantes pudieron salir del agua, pero el joven tuvo que ser rescatado tras permanecer amarrado a su asiento. El joven fue llevado al hospital, pero murió posteriormente. 2 miembros de la familia siguen en el hospital en condición estable y un tercer miembro fue dado de alta. La familia del joven decidió donar sus órganos a personas que los necesitan. Un visitante que tomaba fotos del paisaje logró grabar el accidente, el cual rápidamente se volvió viral en la red. El pasado lunes, Tim Cook, ejecutivo de Apple, dio las gracias a sus empleados a través de un correo electrónico. Tim Cook se refería al caso del iPhone del terrorista Said Farook. Farook y su esposa dispararon y asesinaron a 14 personas en San Bernardino el diciembre pasado. Ahora, la Oficina Federal de Investigaciones está exigiendo a Apple que les ayude a desbloquear el celular de Farook. a lo que Cook se negó. Este caso es sobre más que un solo teléfono, dijo Cook en un correo dirigido a sus empleados. No se siente bien estar en el lado opuesto al gobierno en un caso centrado en las libertades que el gobierno debe proteger, continuó. El director del FBI dijo el domingo que la agencia busca seguir una investigación completa sobre los asesinatos para obtener justicia a favor de las víctimas. La compañía Apple tiene hasta el viernes para responder a las órdenes de la corte. Bueno, cardenales, estas son todas las noticias en español por el día de hoy. Gracias por su sintonía, soy Marco Cadena y los dejo con las noticias de deportes después de la pausa.
The men's and women's swimming and diving teams competed last week in Athens, Georgia for the CCSA Conference Championship. The men finished second overall and the women fell to a sixth place finish. Junior David Moore broke his own school and CCSA record in the 400 IM, earning him 3 straight conference titles in the event. Junior Kimberly Foster finished third in the 1-meter springboard, earning major points for the women. Way to go, Cards. Baseball opened the 2016 season this past weekend. Amanda Ramos has more on the story.
Hey Cardinals, we're here at Sullivan Field for the 2016 baseball season home opener, and we went to practice this week to see how our boys prepared for the games this weekend.
Well, we're preparing all week. We have bullpens all week, and we're getting out here and having some short practice after a long weekend of inter-squad. Really practicing hard this past few weeks to get ready for this week, and then this week really, keeping it short, keeping to the fundamentals, and going through our hitting and just simple things to get us ready for this opening weekend we have this weekend here at home.
We asked junior pitcher Trevor Hardy how he feels about the incoming freshman class this season.
So far, they've stepped up to the plate. We've had some struggles up and down the inner squads and stuff, but it'll be interesting to see how they compete in our first games this weekend, and we'll go from there.
We went to the game on Friday, and it was easy to see the team's hard work pay off. We also spoke to senior catcher Christian Divelbus to talk about his last year with the team.
Being a senior, I'm really looking forward to forming the team this year. Since we have a lot of freshmen, we want to make them play good for the future. We want to mold them to be mature adults because a lot of them are only 18 years old. And we want to keep this program going for the long term, not just for right now. So I'm really just trying to have fun as a senior, enjoy the times I have with my teammates and just have a good year.
The Cardinals went 2-1 in the weekend series against the LIU Brooklyn Blackbirds. Reporting for UIWtv, I'm Amanda Ramos.
Thanks, Amanda. Baseball competes again in the Irish Alamo Invitational starting tonight against Texas Southern at 6 p.m. at Wilson Wolf Stadium here in San Antonio. Men's and women's indoor track and field competed in Birmingham, Alabama last week at the 2016 Southland Conference Indoor Track and Field Championship. The women finished 5th place with 52 points and the men finished 10th place with 19 points. Sam Houston State took both first place in both the men and women's side. Junior Rainey Castaneda finished 6th and broke her own school record in the 3,000 meters. And junior Ryan Hasey broke a school record as well as his 8th place finish in the heptathlon. Both teams are now gearing up for the outdoor season coming up in March. In basketball, the men and women will take on the Lamar Cardinals on February 27th here at home. The men's team is coming off a 97-91 win over the HBU Huskies, and the women will be trying to make a comeback after a 6-game losing streak. The women battled it out against Stephen F. Austin here at home last night, but fell short 66-82. We want to wish both teams good luck against Lamar. This past Tuesday, former Raider wide receiver and 3-time Super Bowl champion Cliff Branch made an appearance for the UIW football fundraiser. Kelsey Johnson was there at the event.
Hey Cardinal fans, we're outside the Pig Pen on Broadway Street where Cliff Branch is here for the UIW football fundraiser. Let's go check it out.
I've known him since he was 19 years old. We recruited him when I was at the University of Colorado out of Wharton Junior College and had the opportunity to coach him for 3 years at Colorado, and then we got hooked up again in '82 at the Raiders, and so we're lifelong friends. The funds will help send our guys to summer school. It's become a major deal in football, in Division I football, to have your guys here for summer school because they not only take classes and they can graduate in 4 years, but they're here to bond as a team.
We got a big fan base here in San Antonio. We have, to the best of my knowledge, we have 2 clubs. I know we have Defenders of the Silver and Black, which is a club that I'm a part of. Yeah. We're the only officially Raiders recognized organization.
I first met Coach Kennan when I was 19 years old. We've been having
open arms relationship for many, many years. It all started at the University of Colorado. He was assistant coach there, and then he coached me 5 years with the Oakland Raiders, with the Los Angeles Raiders.
Oh, yeah?
And during that time, we went to a Super Bowl. So we both have a Super Bowl ring. This is the ring that we won. So I've always kept in contact with Larry. He said, well, since you're going to be in town, why don't we do a fundraiser for my football program? And I said, Larry, let's do it.
Well, Cardinal sports fans, that was a great event. If you couldn't make it out today and you still want to donate to UIW football, don't worry, just contact Coach Kennan. Reporting for UIWtv, I'm Kelsey Johnson.
Thanks, Kelsey. That's all for sports, Cardinals fans. Be sure to stay tuned for weather with Ruben Gonzalez. I'm Jorge Jones, and let's go Cardinals.
A nice and beautiful day is in store for you, Cardinals. Temperatures are relatively cool for this time of year, 52 degrees outside right now with a dew point of 34. And we have a southwesterly wind coming in at 8 miles per hour. But across the region, we're looking pretty good as far as temperatures go. So a little bit cooler out toward the hill country region right there. So mid 50s to upper 50s in the hill country. But as you look out to the east right there, 63 over by Kansas City, that's going to be the warm spot for today. Now, as we take a look at our futurecast, I'm not expecting any chances of rain for the next 48 hours. As you can tell, high pressure will settle in right across the region. We may have a few clouds trickle in right down there over the valley, but other than that, clear skies for San Antonio. As you take a look at your 5-day outlook, I do anticipate sunny skies for Friday right over there with a temperature around 68 degrees. But for your weekend, it's looking pretty good. I can't rule out a possibility of a drizzle here or there, like down to the counties to the south, but here we're going to stay relatively dry. So a pair of 70-degree temperatures for Saturday and Sunday, but Monday and Tuesday, that's when our next shot of rain comes in. 78 degrees for Monday and 79 for Tuesday. So we'll still stay above normal for this time of year, but make sure that you pack in a jacket and an umbrella just in case a shower will roll through into campus later on in the forecast time. Thank you for tuning in. I'm student meteorologist Ruben Gonzalez.
That's all we have for you today. Thanks for tuning in for UIWtv News.
Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Ruben Gonzalez.
I'm Olivia Almarutis.